and welcome back to another edition of Raw out of 10 right here on the Wrestle Debate. Survivor Series is just a few weeks away and we've got some big matches to build to, so this should be an exciting edition of Raw like all the other exciting editions of Raw we've had recently, so let's get straight into it. Randy Orton kicked off Raw and said that at Hell in a Cell he proved that he is the best. He went on about how everyone thinks he got his way because of his family name and that everything was handed to him, but he said he's a legend. Alexa Bliss then interrupted and made her entrance but stayed silent. Randy asked where the Fiend was and she said he could be here. The Fiend was a no-show, but instead Drew McIntyre took him down and demanded his rematch. Miz and Morrison then rushed down to the ring and McIntyre walked out. Miz was about to crash in the Money in the Bank briefcase before Drew returned and wiped out both of them, and the Fiend's made an appearance. I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. Good opening, got me excited, so yeah. Elias was next out on Raw and made fun of Jeff Hardy before starting to play as strong. Jeff Hardy interrupted and the match began. Hardy tried to climb to the pole early, but Elias hit him with a stool. Hardy hit him with a dive off the steel steps, sending Elias into the barricades. After the break, Elias was in control before Jeff tried to go for the guitar again. Hardy was then grounded, but he came back with a twist of fate before going for the guitar again. Hardy eventually retrieved the guitar and smashed it on Elias before going for the pin on Raw. I'm going to 6.5 out of 10. Wasn't as bad as everyone thought it was going to be. A fun little match, so yeah, I'm not complaining. Baszler and Nia Jax were defending the titles against Mandy and Dana next. Baszler and Jax were dominating early on before Lana came out and distracted them. This allowed Rose and Brooke to get an advantage before Nia eventually took Dana down. Baszler was distracted after a tag and was attacking Lana when Brooke took her down with a baseball slide. The match returned and Lana was now on the apron as Baszler went after her, leaving Brooke outside. Brooke almost rolled Baszler up before Baszler reversed it into the Karafuta clutch to pick up the win. I'm going to give it a 6.25 out of 10. Pretty average match, to be honest. Lashley then took on R-Truth. R-Truth was not sure he was getting into a match, especially not with Bobby Lashley. Lashley was furious and went for Truth right away, and even though Truth put up a decent fight for a minute or two, Lashley was tossing him around. Lashley locked in a full Nelson and Hurt locked and wiped out Truth via submission. After the bow, he went for Truth yet again and hit the Hurt lock. Drew Gulak rushed down to pin him for the 24/7 title. Lashley beat him up too, and then tossed Gulak onto Truth, so he pinned him to become new 24/7 champion. 6.25 out of 10. Didn't really do much for Lashley, and yeah, didn't do much for anyone else, to be honest. Nia Jax said she would destroy Lana's career before AJ Styles was out on the Raw Survivor Series team, and it said they lacked a real leader. Styles called his team out and included Sheamus and Keith Lee. Strowman came out and demanded a match. AJ proposed a triple threat match between Strowman, Lee and Sheamus, and if Strowman won, he's in the team, and we eventually got into that match. AJ Styles was on commentary and Strowman ran into others and cleared the announce table before Lee sent him into the steel steps. Sheamus and Lee drove the steps into Braun before they resumed their own fight in the ring. Lee tossed Sheamus into the barricades before Braun tackled both of them, crushing them through the barricades. Back after the break, Strowman was dominating the match before Sheamus came in and hit a white noise to Strowman. He then took down Lee and was setting up for the finisher, but Braun took him out of nowhere and finished out with a running power slam, so Strowman's on Team Raw. I'm going to 6.75 out of 10, to be honest. Really enjoyed the match, and I kind of like it. Like that team, to be honest, if you add Drew to it. And then after the match, they all beat each other up. Bray and Alexa made fun of Randy Orton in the Firefly Funhouse for a little while before we got Nia Jax v Lana. Lana was out for the match and Jax had already cleared the table for putting her through the table, of course. Nia dominated the match and hit multiple Samoan drops. Jax was walking out with Baszler after the match, but then they returned and Nia tossed Lana through the table at ringside for the 7th time in a row. This is kind of getting me over now. I never thought I'd give this match this high grade, but 6.5 out of 10. Business was out of Raw and was threatening Sami Zayn because, of course, Lashley's taken him up before they were interrupted by the New Day. Kofi said that he'd accomplished more than all of them before the New Day accepted the Hurt Business's challenge. Alexander and Woods kicked off the match while MVP was on commentary. Woods hit a stalling suplex on Cedric off the back, and Kofi hit a double dropkick on Benjamin. So the New Day were on top pretty much from the outset. Cedric was in the ring and hit a Michinoku driver to get a near fall, however, before Benjamin hit a spinebuster on Woods and turned the table. Woods was then caught with a neutralizer / pay dirt combo, and the Hurt Business picks up a big win on Raw. Wasn't expecting this, but this is a really solid match, so I'm going to give it a 6.75 out of 10. Nikki and Alexa had a little argument backstage before we got Ricochet versus Tucker. Mustafa Ali was out at ringside observing the match. Retribution came in after the minute and tossed Ricochet out of the ring. Once they were done, they dragged him back in the ring and they attacked him. All of this time, Ricochet put Tucker away in about 20 seconds. So I'm glad you're ruining Ricochet. The Tucker heel turn was really worth it, and we've got a great feud going on there. And 3, Retribution to pass and no point of no return, just don't bother with them. This was fucking class. 5.5, no, not even a 5 point anything, just 5 out of 10. This was pathetic. Drew McIntyre said to Sheamus he considered replacing the Raw Survivor Series team before he took on Morrison and The Miz in the main event. Morrison took a stiff right hook early on, but joined Miz in the fight. The former WWE champion was tossing his opponents around before Drew caught Miz's foot off a kick and took him out before hitting an inverted Alabama to get in. Eventually the numbers caught up for him. Morrison missed his finisher and went straight into the ring post. Miz was then tagged in and Drew hit a neck breaker before Miz countered the DDT and Morrison broke up the pin. Morrison came back with a super kick before Drew finally hit a feature stock DDT and a Claymore on the Miz. Randy Orton came in with an RKO after the match and we heard the Fiend's laughter. I think this is a 6.5 out of 10. Not the best main event, but not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Overall this week, Raw gets a 6.5 out of 10 from me. I thought it was a fairly solid show. Probably definitely better than all the Raws in previous weeks. Is it the most incredible TV show ever? No, but it was a fairly decent solid show, and it continues to build to Survivor Series, so no complaining from me. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!